to begin.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for giving us time today. On behalf of BIS Research and Jintel Health, I would like to welcome you all to our Emerging Tech webinar on advancing precision medicine through informatics. My name is Vahid Khan. I'm Principal Analyst at BIS Research, and I'll be the host and moderator for today's event. Now, I would like to introduce our esteemed speaker for the event. Firstly, we have our guest speaker, Simon Lee. Simon is the Chief Commercialization Officer at Jintel Health. It's one of the emerging company in precision informatics ecosystem. Simon has 30 plus years of combined experience in selling, marketing, and commercializing health information technology, as well as extensive background in providing payer, provider, and pharma sector of healthcare market. Earlier in his career, Simon was Senior Vice President of Business Development for Primex, a pharma regulatory compliance solution provider, Vice President of Enterprise Sales for Net Health, a precision medicine platform, and Vice President of Sales for Luminous Healthcare, a population health platform and service provider. We also have our host speaker, Supratik Paul. Supratik is the Associate Vice President, Healthcare Practice at BIS Research. He has authored and mentored multiple market intelligence reports on diverse healthcare technology, such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, next-gen sequencing informatics, and big data analytics, to name a few. I thank both the panelists for their gracious presence. A very warm welcome to both of you.
Thank you very much.
The agenda for today's discussion is outlined here. Supratik will speak to you on role of informatics in precision medicine, some shortfalls, conversions of different data sources, and finally talk about opportunity landscape. Following this, Simon will speak to you on problem the industry facing today owing to large data sets, concern related to data quality, and some other aspects. Then he'll talk about the solutions, informatics application in precision medicine, and finally he will discuss on some of the informatics platform. In the next 25 minutes, we all keen to learn from your experience about informatics technology in precision medicine. And toward the end of the discussion, I'll open the panel to the audience for questions. I would request everyone in the audience to kindly mute your phones during the webinar and type in the questions toward the end of webinar. Any question that we are not able to answer today shall be rewarded offline. Having said that, let me open this panel for discussion and invite thoughts from Mr. Supratik Paul. Over to you, Supratik.
Thank you very much, Wahid. Precision medicine has significantly positioned itself as the hotspot of mainstream medicine. With aggressive technological developments, such as next-generation sequencing and fierce competition in the field of targeted molecular therapy, precision medicine portrays itself as an advance in science and technology while simultaneously opening avenues for public healthcare. However, despite its proven potential, the technology is still in its infancy and needs to evolve further while overcoming many deficiencies and challenges. On the other hand, immense expectations are associated with precision medicine in terms of its capabilities to define diseases based on molecular characteristics and environmental susceptibility factors. But to meet those expectations, there are certain requirements that needs to be fulfilled, such as construction of novel data network, integration of clinical data from patients, and expansion of research aimed at finding the molecular makeup of diseases. Also, multi-omics analysis and cross-industry collaborations is expected to be instrumental for realizing the benefits of precision medicine with its fullest potential. After the end of the first human genome project, proportions of clinical trials utilizing pharmacogenomics biomarkers for specifically targeting a patient population has significantly increased. These targeted clinical trials efficiently substantiated the phrase, "one drug fits all." Overcoming the one drug fits all delivery model is of utmost importance due to the increasing volume of failed clinical trials and rising number of ineffective drugs in the market. Hence, the healthcare industry has seriously taken genomics and informatics into consideration for incorporating genetic information of patients into routine health delivery. Oncology being the core focus area for precision medicine, optimum care delivery in cancer care has remained a challenging area. It is estimated that 15% of cancer diagnosis is incorrect. 32% of treatment plans deviate from evidence-based guidelines, and 10% of treatment costs are due to lack of management during treatment. The contribution of informatics in the detection of cancer has thus aided the community significantly. The successful implementation of precision medicine requires numerous stakeholders to collaborate. Genomic data is not the only determinant of health, but factors such as lifestyle, nutrition, hereditary, and environment also significantly influence the overall health and well-being of a person. These data sets are consolidated in the form of longitudinal patient records. Digital information from hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies are used to classify patient reports in the form of molecular reports. The consolidated findings are then analyzed to prepare a personalized medicine workflow for clinical decision. Now, I would like to talk about a few critical market opportunities that informatics vendors can evaluate. Number one, cross-industry collaboration between precision medicine players and big data analytics service providers will be significant in breaking down problems related to increasing amount of healthcare data and to expand precision medicine research capabilities across the continuum care. Partnership have become an important go-to-market strategy for healthcare stakeholders, as organizations are continuously seeking to expand their data process power by collaborating with top scientific researchers at medical centers, universities, pharmaceutical companies, and government agencies. For example, Roche, a leading pharmaceutical company, acquired Flatiron Healthcare at an oncology EHR provider to tailor its cancer care division and transition into the realm of precision medicine. Number two, investment in blockchain technology and information security can significantly help eradicate the concerns related to achieving the goals of interoperability and precision medicine, that is, the increasing level security breaches witnessed by various health systems. For example, in 2016, NHS hospitals were attacked by WannaCry malware. In 2017, US FDA announced a strategic partnership with IBM Watson Health to facilitate the use of blockchain in the field of oncology. The partnership aimed to integrate patient data with multiple sources and provide a 360-degree view of the patients. Number three, the involvement of next-generation sequencing in early-stage clinical development of oncology drug is an opportunity for companies planning to fast-track their drug approvals. These companies can combine secondary analysis, interpretation, and translational informatics solutions on a cloud-based platform to successfully develop NGS-based drug devices. One company that successfully leveraged this opportunity is DNA Nexus, which aims at streamlining the use of NGS data in regulated clinical trials. Number four, the integration of clinical data, such as data from NGS sequencers and non-clinical data, such as data from genomic research projects, is of utmost importance in order to effectively understand the underlying causes of life-threatening diseases. Other non-clinical data repositories include lifestyle-based data obtained from physical activity, diet, smoking, and alcohol consumption are highly related to obesity, which has the potential to cause diabetes or cancer. These factors are regularly documented by physicians. However, there is a lack of integration between clinical and non-clinical data, thereby providing an opportunity for software vendors to develop platforms that can easily integrate clinical data as well as non-clinical data. Number five, opportunities lie in automating interpretation of sequenced genome. DNA sequencing methods have become intensely automated and enabled sequencing of difficult to reach and unknown regions of the DNA. However, one of the most significant challenges that needs immediate attention is clinical interpretation of NGS data. The DNA sequences available today are only responsible for automating the data generation process and not the interpretation of data. In order to successfully implement NGS-based testing in a clinical setting, there is an increasing need for automation of reporting solutions, variant knowledge base development and maintenance, and decision support systems. For example, Thermo Fisher Scientific automates the process of data analysis and interpretation through its Ion Reporter software. The software provides automated downstream analysis of data generated from the Ion Personalized Genome Machine and Ion Photon. All the opportunities mentioned are anticipated to provide immense advantage to the informatics vendors and their customers. I would now like to pass on the presentation to Simon, who would discuss about the challenges faced in providing a meaningful output from all the information collected and discuss about the solution. Over to you, Simon.
Thank you. Some of the challenges in precision medicine relate to what we term data fusion, or the ability to aggregate disparate data across a given organization. There's a need to combine both genomic data from the molecular lab with clinical data, some of which resides in the electronic medical record. Wherever that data may exist and in whatever format it may exist, both structured and unstructured data. Additionally, the quality of the data and the ability to access this data is critical to the overall success of a precision medicine program. Discovering which gene variants and clinical features can help predict better outcomes. The ability to perform cohort analysis can help provide patient similarity and treatment analysis. And the self-service analytics for both researchers and clinicians reduces the overall burden on the IT department. Managing the business aspects of a precision medicine program is complex. However, performance reports, dashboards, self-service analytics help business leaders stay informed, improve quality, and reduce cost. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. At the center of most cloud-based platform solutions in precision medicine is a centralized data repository or data lake. Feeding into this are many different data sources, including electronic medical records, pathology systems, radiology systems, registries, molecular labs, etc. This data should be in a structured format whenever available. However, as everyone knows, much of this is in PDFs, physicians' notes, pathology, radiology reports in PDF form, and we need to be able to convert this using tools such as NLP. Below the data repository are layered multiple data tools, including NLP, AI, and statistical modeling tools. And below this, the typical user interfaces for providers, executives to review reports, dashboards, AI models, etc. To drill down on some of these types of reports for analytics, intelligence, and engagement, next slide, please. We can take a look at the typical functions that are available. Self-service analytics and many standard reports and dashboards support clinicians and executives access the service line level. So we have reports such as cancer analytics, treatment efficacy analysis, the patient and drug similarity analysis, benchmarking against other large national data sets. In the center, we have precision intelligence. Now that high-speed computing and large data sets are available to take advantage of AI and machine learning, we can do things such as the AI modeler for precision medicine health prediction and clustering, outcome prediction, gaps in care, treatment ranking, etc. And then on the far right, what we term precision engagement, we have things such as the molecular tumor board or tumor boards across the organization, the ability to engage directly with patients for patient-reported outcomes, clinical trial matching, and other services that are available to the organization. These, of course, all allow all of the constituents to stay informed and enable them to collaborate on these different topics. Next slide, please. On screen now, we see several screenshots and several of the functionalities that these types of products provide, giving us the ability again to perform analytics against biomarkers, variants, etc., quality analytics for the organization as a whole, benchmarking against SEER, other large data sets, and then the ability to produce clinical outcomes dashboards and analysis in support of the physicians, and patient and drug similarity analysis. Next slide, please. We have an easy-to-use, intuitive AI modeler that ships with standardized AI models based on multiple data sets, configurable machine learning models for personalized patient clustering, prognosis, risk outcome forecasting, etc. We provide drug efficacy and side effects analysis, treatment ranking, and similar patients. So a physician at the point of care can look for similar patients across a wide network with the same cancer, and then look at the targeted therapies that we use for those patients and which ones provided the best outcome or overall survival. Next slide, please. The precision tumor board, or molecular tumor board as it's commonly known, allows us to automate workflow for preparing and organizing MTB meetings. So the physicians that are members of the MTB can use this as their infrastructure to make these meetings happen and to share notes and recommendations across the organization. It also allows us to have the ability for a physician at the point of care to request an opinion from the MTB and then receive those recommendations back in the patient's record. We integrate intelligence into the clinical workflow, and we can rank treatments based upon AI-enabled real-world evidence. Next slide, please. So what are the benefits of a precision medicine program? It really is to align all of the essential participants across the system, giving them the opportunity to improve quality of care while reducing cost, streamline the clinical decision-making, and provide tools that support the clinicians at the point of care. We can both attract and retain patients at the community oncology level rather than lose those patients perhaps to an academic medical center. Enable access to targeted therapies and clinical trials, and remove barriers that have typically prevented patients from receiving these types of treatments. Finally, we empower the physicians to provide high quality care based on best practices, develop relationships between both employed and affiliated clinicians, and enable key clinicians to become thought leaders in precision medicine. Next slide, please. So who are typically using these types of solutions? Starting on the far right, I've talked mostly today about providers in large health systems, independent cancer centers. So we support the point of care decision support, clinical trial matching, similar patients, benchmarking, and we can identify the ranked list of targeted therapies for a given patient. In the center, we have public health and research, so we can bring in large data sets from state and national databases for registries. We can provide assistance to payers, health plans to do risk analytics, comparative analysis, benchmarking, cost management, quality analytics, and so forth. And then on the far left, pharmaceutical companies and help in managing novel drug targets, post-FDA approval, clinical trial matching, etc. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Thank you
with that, I'll hand it
for
back
such
to
a
the
wonderful
moderator.
discussion on informatics in context with enabling precision medicine. After listening you both, I'm sure that organization in precision medicine, especially the diagnostic company and service provider, will continue to tap more and more opportunity in coming years. With that thought, let me conclude today's session, and now I declare the forum open for questions from audience. I request the audience to kindly type in questions in the Q&A box available on the bottom of the screen. I'll be happy to pass this question to STEM speaker. Yeah, so we have our first question for Simon. What step can informatics companies such as yours take to assist physicians or healthcare providers in navigating information for decision making?
I think the first step is to provide the integration to the appropriate solutions within the organization. So the electronic medical record requires integration to either Epic, Cerner, or many other EMR solutions. And then we can take a list of all of the reports from the pathology department, the radiology department, and we can run those through our NLP engine and AI modeler to actually bring that unstructured data into structured data within the data set. So there's a lot of work that can be done in advance of actually taking a precision medicine program live. Having access to that data really allows us to determine where we need to focus going forward.
Excellent. Thank you, Simon. Our next question is for Supratik. We have recently seen a lot of pharma and diagnostic companies are partnering with informatics companies. Is this trend continue to occur in future? And if so, what are the implications?
Yes, I believe that the trend of collaboration between informatics and player and pharma diagnostic companies is going to increase. As I previously mentioned that, Roche's acquisition of Flatiron in 2018 happened. And apart from that, we have another instance of V Health, kind of doing a partnership with Cure Match in March 2019 to basically provide the informatics solution. So, we have been of late seeing a lot of collaborations happening in this space. So definitely, I believe that this trend is going to increase.
Thank you, Supratik. Again, we have a question, Simon. So, informatics and analytics need to be constantly updated. For example, if a new case require a new algorithm or at least a change in algorithm. So, how are you doing this at your company, and how machine learning work in this case?
So we actually use machine learning against large data sets, a minimum of 300 or 400 patients to actually train the machine learning. And then as new reports come in, as new needs come in, we are keeping those updated through the machine learning algorithms.
Perfect. We have another question about the career options. So Simon or Supratik, you can take it on. And the question is that what are the skill set required for a computer science student to become successful in precision medicine job market?
Do you want me to take that, Supratik?
Yes, sure.
Sure. I think that there are many different companies, some that are focused more on the informatics and data side, others that are focused on the biosciences side. So first of all, you need to decide what type of company and where you fit into that company. If it's on the informatics side, which is what we're talking about today, then certainly someone with a computer science background is a good fit. Someone that understands machine learning, NLP, data sets, data management, data security, all of these things are required in this field, and it's certainly a new field that's growing rapidly.
Thank you, Simon. We have one more question for Simon, and this is about what type of GWAS and FEWAS methodology they use as a standard model, since there are various types of different methodology.
Could you repeat that again? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, sure. What type of GWAS and FEWAS methodology they use as a standard model, since there are various of different methodology?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Maybe we can write that one down and send it to me.
Hello. Hi, Simon. So we have another question for you. And as you have mentioned about the multi-scale information aggregation and visualization, so can you explain it in little details in regards with tumor profiling?
Tumor profiling? So yeah. What we're doing is we're actually taking the molecular report from wherever that came, whether it's a commercial company like Foundation or an internal lab, we take a data feed directly from the lab, or we can use OCR and NLP to convert that unstructured data into structured data. We can then compare that against the data set that we have, again, using AI to look for different tumor size, stage, etc., and we can record it for the patient from the molecular lab.
Thank you so much, Simon and Supratik, for such an insightful answer. Unfortunately, we have now run out of time. So whatever the question we are left with, we definitely come back with response and we'll send it through email. So before I conclude, we have one more exciting news for our listener. We are excited to announce our next webinar that is designed to educate on NGS data management. The webinar will run on 6th of June 2019. You can register for this webinar through the link provided in chat box that you can see at the bottom of your screen. You can also visit our website www.bisresearch.com for more details. So with this, I conclude today's webinar. And once again, I would like to thank Simon and Supratik, and thank you everyone who attended, and I wish you all a wonderful week ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.